Bonjour la classe. Bonjour Madame Sou. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour mes amis. Bonjour mes amis. Salut, salut, salut. Salut, salut, salut. Salut mes amis. Salut mes amis. Bonjour, c'est Madame Sou. Well, today's lesson is a little bit different from usual. I'm going to start by asking you to have a think about what's the most important day in the year for you. Maybe it might be Christmas. Maybe it might be Eid or your birthday. Maybe it might be Pancake Day. Think, what's the most important day in the year for you? Well, in France, the most important day of the year is le 14 juillet. Le 14 juillet, the 14th of July. And in France, it's called la fête nationale de la France. La fête nationale de la France. See if you can say it with me. Répétez. La fête nationale de la France. And in England, we often call this day Bastille Day. So our English name for this day is Bastille Day. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Le 14 juillet. So on that day you might see lots of fireworks. You might see lots of people dressed up in red, white and blue, that are the colours of France. They often have special displays by the military. They have parades and the aeroplanes flying by, all to celebrate le 14 juillet, the 14th of July. It's a very, very special day in France and everybody has the day off. But why? Have a look at my clip and see how the French celebrate le 14 juillet, the National Day of France. This is Paris, and you'll see how they celebrate Bastille Day, la fête nationale, in Paris. This is the French president. And you can see all the soldiers. And this is a very, very famous road in France called the Champs-Élysées. Oh, this is the German Prime Minister. Oh, here's the parades, all the soldiers. Can you see the red, white and blue of France? Here come all the tanks. Ah, this is the French national anthem, and there is the French flag. Oh, and there's La Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower, with all the fireworks going off to celebrate. So why do the French celebrate the 14th of July as their national day? Let's see if we can find out why. So we call it in English Bastille Day, but as I've told you, in France it's called La Fête Nationale. And these pictures here are pictures of the Bastille. Let me tell you all about it. So why is it called Bastille Time? Well, a long time ago in Paris there was a prison, and this prison was called Bastille Saint-Antoine. So every year on the 14th of July, le 14 juillet, France celebrates the moment when the angry people in Paris broke into the prison. They set the prisoners free. And it happened a long, long time ago, on the 14th of July in 1789. A long, 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 long time ago. But why do the people go into the prison and set the prisoners free? Because that's quite a strange thing to do. Why would we celebrate that? Let's find out why we would celebrate. Well, this was the king at the time, and his name was Louis the 16th. And this was his wife, Marie Antoinette. And they were the king and queen of France back at the time in 1789. Let me tell you about them. Well, that king and queen, the king, he loved spending money, and he used to have lots of parties for all the people, his friends, and all the rich people. And his wife was always buying new dresses, and she was wearing expensive jewellery. Oh my goodness, they spent so much money between them. But the poor people of France, they didn't have enough food. And they watched this king of France, Louis XVI, and the royal family and their friends having all the wonderful food and eating all this food. And they watched them spending lots and lots of money on clothes and jewellery, and they could buy everything they wanted. And they thought, this doesn't seem very fair. We don't have enough food to eat, and yet our king and queen are looking after themselves, but they're not sharing any of that money. They're not looking after us. Now, the poor people had always hated this prison, the Bastille, because you know what? Too many poor people had been locked up in there for no reason. The rich people could do whatever they liked, but the poor people couldn't. And lots of them were locked up, just for example, for maybe taking some bread to feed their family. But they were thrown into prison. And this was the prison they were thrown into. It just wasn't fair. So what happened is the poor people said, you know what, enough's enough. We're fed up with this. And so what they did is they attacked the Bastille prison. And they attacked, and you saw the pictures of them attacking the prison. And they managed to take it. They knocked it down, and all the prisoners escaped. And when they had won, after they had stormed the Bastille and they had won, the people made bracelets and brooches from the old stones of the fallen prison. And they also wore very special hats in the shape of the towers of the Bastille. And they began to wear the colours blue, white and red. And in France we call this le drapeau tricolore, the tricolore flag. And what that means, tricolore, means three colours. And the colours blue, white and red. So I thought what might be a good idea is to remind us of our story is I thought you might like to make some hats to remind yourselves of what happened. So your teacher now is going to give you a hat, and they're going to give you some pictures that you can cut out and stick in. And you'll find the pictures of Marie Antoinette and the King, Louis XVI, in their lovely clothes. And you'll find pictures of the poor people who didn't have any money to buy food and were starving because they were so hungry. You'll see pictures of the bowls where they were desperate for food but didn't have any. And I think you can stick all those pictures on your hats to make your hats. And then keep your hat safe because we're going to be wearing it at the end of this lesson. So your teacher's going to pause this video now so you can make your hats ready for our Bastille Day celebration. Have you made your hat? Are you ready? Great. So, how do the French celebrate Bastille Day now? Well, we had a look at the video, didn't we? And we saw some lovely processions. So, every year on the 14th of July, there are parades to remember when the poor people took control of the country. And there was no longer a king and queen. And this road here is called the Champs-Élysées, Avenue des Champs-Élysées, and this is where they have the parades. And the French flags, you can see, are all everywhere. And can you see all along the Champs-Élysées, they've got the French flags. And there are celebrations and big fireworks go off all over Paris. People have the day off work because it's a holiday. And it's a great time for children and families to remember. So in France, they still don't have a king and queen. In France, they have someone called a president, and he's in charge of running the country. And that was because of what happened all those years ago. So I thought we might celebrate Le 14 Juillet today. I thought we might have a listen to the French national anthem. And while we listen to it, I thought we could wear our hats and, I think we should wave the French flag. So now you'll see your teacher will have given you a copy of the flag, but can you see? It's got no colours on it. Now the tricolour flag. Wonder if you can remember what colours should be on it. Great job. Blue, white and red. So can you colour your flag in now in the colours of blue, white and red, so that at the end of the lesson we can wave our flags and wear our hats and we can have a parade to the French national anthem just like we saw in our video. Are you ready? Pause the video now. So hopefully you've now got your hat on your head and you're holding your French flag ready to wave it. And we're going to listen to the French national anthem and we're going to be waving our flags and we're going to be marching on the spot. Are you ready? Here we go. Listen carefully. Here's our French flag. La Marseillaise is the name of our French anthem. Here we go. Are you marching? Have you got your hat on? Wave your flag. Patrie, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Contre nous de la tyrannie, les tendances sanglantes délavées. Sanglant élevé, vous dans les campagnes, ces féroces soldats, et jusque dans nos bras, et nos filles, nos compagnes, comme citoyens, formez vos bataillons. Marchez dans son empire. Comme citoyens, formez vos bataillons. Nous marchons dans son empire. Nos sillons Well, I hope you've enjoyed celebrating our Fête Nationale or Bastille Day. And I hope you're going to take your hats and you can have your French tricolore, your French flag, to take home as well. To remind us, on the 14th of July, le 14 juillet, in France, we celebrate la Fête Nationale. I hope you've enjoyed it. 3, 2, 1. Au revoir la classe. Au revoir Madame Sou.